Hey guys, it's Carrie B, and I'm going to show you how to get this look using the new M.A.C Glitter Tripper collection, so stay tuned. I like to start with combing up my eyebrows, and I'm obsessed with this product right now. It's called Soap Brows. I got this one in the UK, but you can also go to Kit and Hooks if you live here in the States, and they make one as well. Essentially, it's a glycerin soap block that's been placed in this canister, and you use a little bit of water or Fix Plus in on the spoolie, and then you can come in and just comb up your eyebrows, and the water obviously activates the glycerin soap, and then as it dries, it just holds your brows up and sort of makes them feral and gives them a very youthful look. Start my eyes with the 24-hour eye base, or as my friend Michelle calls it, 24-hour eye cement. A little bit goes a long way, and I just like to almost scare my eyelids. You can hear them screaming. Can you hear the eyelids screaming, Clary? And it just gives like really, really long wear, 24-hour wear. And on this rainy day here in New York, I need as much help as I can. I'm going to be using a new color from the Glitter Tripper collection at M.A.C. This is called Sparkling Moment, and it's a really beautiful Dazzle shadow. I'll just show you a little swipe right here so you can see the color. It's kind of purpley, it has a lot of glitter in it, hence the name Glitter Tripper. And I think this collection was actually created around Carnival. So everything in it is very sparkly and beautiful and eye-catching. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this now. I'm going to use the old school 239 brush. It just has darker fibers than the current brush, but it's the same shape. And I'm gonna just press this in and pack it onto my eyelid. Now I already have fallout, so note to self, when you're using kind of shadows that are glittery like this, you wanna go ahead and press them in to the brush and use as much of a pressing motion as possible. When you start working back and forth, that's when you get all the fallout. So also a good trick, if you're trying to get right into the lash line, is to load the tip of the brush and turn it upside down, and then you can come in and press it right at your lashes and get a really intense payoff. And then you can flip it and kind of gently tap out the rest of the color up into the crease. And this is a really beautiful color. It's really gray and kind of rainy out, so this is going to be representational of my mood, or maybe I should say Mother Nature's mood. Under my eye, I'm going to use a combination of liquid lash liner because this stuff does not move, and again, on a rainy day, I need as much help as I can get. And then I'm going to use Let's Boogie, which is another shadow from the Glitter Tripper collection. It's a Dazzle shadow over top of it. So I have to work pretty fast, so I'm not going to be talking during this segment, but you'll get the idea of what's going to happen. So I have the Blue Me Over on my eye, and then I'm going to take a 219 brush, or a kind of smudgy pencil brush, and I'm going to pick up the Let's Boogie eyeshadow, and I'm going to come in and start to blend this. I like the depth that this shadow gives to the Blue Me Over, and also it really makes the Dazzle shadow stick. That's really pretty, actually. I've never done this before, but I really like it. For me, the fan brush by itself, or even dipped in a little bit of powder, is the best way to get fallout out from under your eye, especially if you've already got your foundation on. Obsessed with the Patrick Star powder. Let's try that again. Obsessed with the Patrick Star powder, not pooter, for this as well. So you can just take a little bit onto the brush and just kind of sweep around the eye, and it helps to remove any fallout without streaking. I'm going to use the M.A.C Girls Rockin' Rebel palette, and I'm going to use this blue. I very rarely use color in my crease, but I want to keep this sort of moody and a little bit kind of thunderstorm or thundercloud feeling. So I'm going to use a 217 brush, and I'm just going to come in here and gently blend the crease kind of wrap this color around my eye. Now, if you're someone who's afraid of color, totally fine. You can use a brown, you can use any kind of smoky, sooty gray color. That will work perfectly. But it's Friday, man. Let's live it up, right? It's the weekend. So, just gentle strokes. I like to take a little bit of color in the inner corner here, right into the eyebrow. Yeah, it gives the eye a little bit more shape and dimension. And then I just wrap it around. I'm going to keep the shape really round today, not pull it out, so it's a little bit more cloud-like. So now I'm going to come in and use this beautiful kind of frosted metallic blue. And I'm using the 221 brush. It's a very long, skinny point on the tip. So I'm going to use this in the inner corner of my eye as kind of a highlight. And I'm just going to buff it into the inner corner and then down onto the bottom lash line as well. So we get this really beautiful reflective blue in the inner corner of my eye. So whatever's left over in my brush, I'm just gonna gently sweep that under the brow bone. It should be very minimal. I don't want a big glowing blue beacon of light under my brow, but just enough to sort of tie the makeup together and make it look a bit more complete. And it also gives a nice fade from the blue in the crease to the brow. I've curled up my lashes, and now I'm going to use a little extended play. I always like to start on the bottom. That way when I look up to do the bottoms, I don't get little black smudges everywhere. This mascara, I know I talk about it a lot, but I always feel like people still ask me what my favorite mascara is, so I'm going to tell you here again. Extended Play Mascara by M.A.C is one of my favorites. The technology is pretty stellar. It is waterproof but warm water washable. So again, in this sort of rainy day, I am gonna not have to worry about my mascara moving until I want to take it off, and I use warm water to do that. And it's really interesting because it's like little tubes that coat the lash. So when you take it off, you actually see little tubes sliding off of your lashes. It's pretty wicked. Since we have so much color going
shiny,
on
pretty
on the
things
eyes,
holiday
I'm going to
collection
take away
face
any of the
palette.
color on my face.
I love this palette. I use it every day.
So I'm just going to contour a little bit.
Come in here
with
and
it.
just tap.
I'm probably not going to use
little
any
bit of
blush
Studio
today.
Fix in the front of my face.
Just contour.
I
and
am already
highlight.
wearing Pro Longwear concealer.
This is the
as my
168 brush. This
foundation.
was just a limited edition
So
that we did with
I'm just going
Padma.
to use a little bit of this just for the
mattifying
but
properties.
it's perfect for
and just
getting
give me
right
a
under that
more
cheekbone
flawless
and creating some
finish
depth
on the face. And who needs to dye it? We'll just use a little bit on the jawline too. Same palette, I'm going to go in with the highlighter color now and just come in and tap that into the high planes of my cheek. Everybody likes a little glow. It's the holidays. A little bit on the Cupid's bow, a little bit on the nose bridge. I'm going to use a little bit of Soar pencil to line my lips, and then we'll add some lipstick. I'm going to use a new lipstick from the collection. This is called Soleil, and I'll let you see a little swatch here. It's a pretty warm nude color, and this is giving me major 90s vibes. This blue eye and this sort of peachy warm lip, going back to my M.A.C 90s roots. But the lipstick feels amazing. Okay, so that's the makeup. I'm done. Pretty easy, even though it's a pretty intense eye. Not that many steps, not that many shadows. And yeah, I hope you like it. So I hope you like this makeup. If you don't, that's okay. If you do, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a note in the comments, and let me know what else you'd like to see. I try to come up with a new video a couple times a month. I know that's not a lot, but I do a lot more on my Instagram, @KeriBlair. And thanks for watching.